Hey, Rook Knight here. Thanks for joining me. I thought today we could talk about 3 tips that I use in Locksport that seem to work well for me and possibly might work well for you. The first one would be the key rings. As you can see here, the way I like doing them is actually using 2. That way it makes it a lot simpler to be able to retrieve the keys off by just spinning on both and separating them, opposed to something like this and you're having to either bend this over the shackle and scratch the shackle up, or and then disforming your key ring, or even just struggling to get the key off seems to be kind of more of a pain trying to get it off and on, depending on how strong these are too. But it just seems a whole lot easier to get these back on and off by using 2 rings, and these rings are cheap. You can get hundreds of them for a couple bucks, but it makes it so much simpler and so much more organized and quicker access to your keys, and you're not losing them either. And especially opposed to this, where you can even see this is starting to bend. They're starting to come apart and stuff like that because of it, and just a lot more simpler. That's 1. And then 2 is actually something like this. This is just nothing more than for your ear, and it's a little flashlight with a magnifying glass. And it works fantastic to be able to look inside of a lock and get the lay of the land, especially if you don't have a key and you're not sure how many pins are in there. This works fantastic, being able to see. You can get them on Amazon for under 10 bucks. They really are a great thing to have in the kit. And last but not least is your bump rings. Usually when you buy bump rings, you get a couple hundred of them at a time, and you're not going to use them all up in one sitting. And because they're made of latex, starch, actually, I dust mine with the coating of starch, and they preserve them for a lot longer, keep them nice and strong, and they don't crack or nothing like that. Keep them in a little Ziploc bag. You should be good for years. But with that, that's all I got and for this week. And thanks for watching, guys, and sticking around. We'll catch you all on the flip side.